One interesting thing about the Crockers going back a few years was I was desperate for parts because when I got my first Crocker, it was just basically the frame, the fork, half a tank, wheels and brakes. That was it. So I had to come up with handlebars, sheet metal, chain guards, and all the aluminum parts, which is a big percentage of the bike. I made the other tank, for example. I made the battery tray, the floorboards, the damper, the chain guard, the exhaust system, of course. But I made tons of extra stuff as I went, so I wound up with enough stuff to take care of 10 machines. And so I started taking all this stuff to the swap meet. So I put 500 bucks on the dash, 500 bucks for each fender, 300 bucks for each floorboard, and on and on and on. Well, everybody snapped them up so fast it was like I was being shanghaied. I couldn't believe it, you know. People just shoving money down my throat. One poignant thing was the late Ernie Skelton in La Mirada was a very good machinist friend of mine who helped me restore my two machines cosmetically while Johnny Eagles would do the engines. And so he had the original blueprints to the Crocker. And so on page 18 is a big giant page for a toolbox that was never made. Out of cast aluminum, it was just an open and shut teardrop sort of clamshell with crude hinges and a knurled 1/4-20 knob. Piece of cake. So it was plain faced. So I started casting these things up off of a solid billet that I had made. I wanted toolboxes on my Crocker because there's a space there. You got to put your registration and your weed somewhere. So I cast 30 boxes off with solid billet. I engraved Crocker in there, even though that's not original, but if I didn't engrave Crocker, I get lots of flack by the naysayers as a generic box that I made up. I didn't want to be regarded as the guy that made up the box. And it wasn't made up. It was drawn in 1942. So I sold these boxes so fast, it was like hotcakes. It was unbelievable. I got rid of 30 of them in about a year for 300 bucks a piece. So there's toolboxes out there on 30 Crockers, and the ones that we're going to make with Michael and I will offer that box as an option. So I'm pretty good with that. So I'm pretty happy. I miss my Crockers terribly, but like I say, you know, they served their purpose at the time, and I can't really think of anything else to say except that I currently have 4 Detroit Hendersons, 4 Reading Standards I got from Norway. I've got 19 Henderson I got from Zimbabwe. That was a bargain. I got my Militaire from South Africa, Cape Town, South Africa. I'd like to say over and out. Have a good country. I'll see you when I'm 74. Still be riding.